Welcome back to the show, everybody. Thank you for watching and listening. Today I want to take some time to talk about adaptability, because I think it's important for personal growth and development. Adaptability is an attractive quality, and I'll talk more about that later. But let me ask you, how well do you adapt? Do you resist change, or are you willing to roll with the punches? We all like to think of ourselves as being flexible, adaptable, a team player, going with the flow. We definitely don't want people to look at us as one of those people who are rigid or stuck, or one of those people who is not open to change and challenge. If you were to ask most people if they consider themselves to be open and adaptable, they would probably say yes. But if you truly are adaptable, then you are more likely to handle changes with grace and ease and not be thrown off by the unexpected. Yet most of us are actually a lot more resistant to change than we might believe. But when you think about adaptability, it's more than just being flexible. It's about being open to things even outside your comfort zone and not making preconceived judgments like, I could never do that, or that will be too hard for me. It's about resilience and emotional intelligence. Here's why adaptability is so important. You'd be crazy to think that you know everything. You'd be crazy to think that everything that you know right now will always be the same, because something new will come along and blow that out of the water, whether it's a new technology or a new process or a new plan, or even worse, it could be a pandemic, it could be a recession, or whatever real life event that shakes everything up, because change is inevitable. It's going to happen. Adaptability is about continually developing more of what we are truly capable of and living up to our potential. And this is a critical skill to have, but unfortunately, it's also something we may talk ourselves out of more than we think. Now, trust me, I get it. Change is hard because we want to stay inside of our comfort zone, and we'll resist anything that requires us to step out of it. And that's why a conscious effort is needed to do this, and for those of us who are less open to change. Now, here's the thing about comfort zones. Our comfort zones are basically as small or as big as we make them. We make them bigger by engaging in more activities, ideas, thoughts, and experiences that are outside of our comfort zone. And when we do that, it causes our comfort zone to grow. And the bigger our comfort zones are, the more adaptable we can be. The comfort zone is where everything is easy and nothing risky ever happens. At the same time, nothing great or exciting ever happens there either. Just outside your comfort zone is what I like to call the stretch zone. This is where learning and growth happens. This is the place where that you can feel a little uncomfortable because you might be stretching yourself in new and different ways, but you're still able to manage. It's not easy, but it's not impossibly hard either. The stretch zone is the best place to be. One of the most effective ways to increase your ability to be adaptable is to ensure that you're spending plenty of time in the stretch zone, because that's your bread and butter if you want to grow. People pray to God, Lord, let me be successful. But I bet you a lot of people are not saying, Lord, stretch me. I know that's a dangerous prayer, but if you want to be successful, that's probably the right prayer. Matter of fact, if you ask God to bless you, he just might give you something that stretches you. Why? Because the blessing is in the stretching. And if you're going to accomplish anything worthy or anything of significance, you're going to need to be strengthened. You're going to need to be tested so you can build the character and the strength that it takes to steward whatever you've been blessed with. Now, how do we learn how to adapt? Adaptability skills are skill sets that encompasses a person's ability to adjust to changes in their environment. In a work environment, you may have to change your course suddenly to satisfy a client's needs. Or you may have to change your plans to accommodate a partner's needs in a relationship. The more adaptable you are, the more other types of people with different personalities are more likely to connect with you, and the more environments you will thrive in. Because like I said before, adaptability is attractive. Adaptable people are more attractive, and I'm not talking about physical attraction, even though it works for that too, but I'm talking about people want to work with adaptable people. People want to do business with adaptable people. People want to hang around adaptable people. Why? Because when it's time to make moves, ain't nobody got time to be trying to convince you or to motivate you or to drag you to the next thing. We on the move, baby. Adaptability helps us to be more open and more willing to learn new things and take on challenges. And like I said before, being adaptable and open to change may not always be easy. However, learning this essential skill will go a long way in your personal development. Here are 3 steps to help you improve your adaptability skills. First is awareness. You need to be aware of the changes in your environment. Be observant. You got to be observant of what's going on. Some of y'all can't be observant because you talk too much. Some of y'all stop talking so much and listen. Pay attention. Keep your ear to the streets so you can be more discerning about what's going on, what's changing, who's changing. Be observant. That's the first step to being more adaptable. Next, it's important to develop a growth mindset. And this is the second step to becoming more adaptable. And I'm going to spend most of my time right here. Developing a growth mindset can positively influence your ability to take on new challenges, find new opportunities to build your knowledge, and to be free to take on what's next. Now, I'm going to tell you why it's important to have a growth mindset, especially in the times that we're living in. The growth mindset means that you have confidence in yourself and especially in your ability to change, to learn, and to grow. When you don't have a growth mindset, you believe that there's no room for improvement. You believe that this is all it's going to be. This is as far as I can go. How can I learn anything now? I'm 40 years old. I'm 50 years old. When you have that kind of mindset, you want to give up and quit every time you're faced with a serious problem because you think that it can't be overcome. But people with a growth mindset, when they are faced with problems, they actually get kind of excited in a weird sort of way. They embrace the difficulties. Why? Because they want to improve and they believe that they can get better if they work hard and just practice. So I want you to recognize the power of the growth mindset because it can be essential to success in any area of your life. Now, here are some things that a growth mindset does for you. It builds resilience. If you're going to learn to be adaptable, you're going to have to build your resilience because your mindset can also determine how you react to obstacles. And when you don't have a growth mindset, you might think, I can't make it through this challenge because I'm not smart enough. But when you have a growth mindset, even if you fail, you're more likely to say, I can learn from this failure and be more successful next time. And when you put together resilience with a growth mindset, that's one of the keys to personal and professional growth. Another thing that the growth mindset does for you is it gives you focus on progress, not perfection. And like I said earlier, growth happens when people are slightly outside their comfort zone, when they're in their stretch zone. This means that there are goals that are hard to achieve, but they can be achieved with just a little more effort. When people don't have a growth mindset, they are very uncomfortable in the stretch zone because they expect everything to happen perfectly on the first try. I tried to start a side hustle and it didn't work after a month. I tried to manage my time better. And I had one bad day when a bunch of unexpected stuff happened. You see, when you get frustrated and quit something because it didn't work the first time, that's being a perfectionist. But it's not about perfection. It's about progress. On the other hand, people with a growth mindset, they understand that it takes effort and hard work to achieve improvement. So they focus on progress on the road to success because this is an easier and more sustainable approach to accomplishing anything. They understand that it's about progress, not perfection. The last thing that a growth mindset does for you is it makes learning fun. People who don't have a growth mindset are constantly stressed out about getting perfect results. They have a fear of losing some status or they're worried about how they'll look or what people would say. And when you're worried about all that, you're crippled by fear of failure and you refuse to challenge yourself and you're hesitant to learn something new. And you're also hesitant to admit mistakes. And I'll say this, if you have any type of influence, and most of us do, I'm talking about whether you're a leader in your business or a leader on your job or a parent or just a person that has people that look up to you, you have influence. Having a growth mindset encourages openness to learn from mistakes. You're encouraging other people that it's okay to make mistakes. I believe this is especially important for all parents. if you have kids, the best thing that you can do for your kids is to let them know that you make mistakes too, so they don't have to grow up and think that they need to be perfect. On the other hand, the growth mindset considers the learning process as the best part. At first, if you're not good at something, with a growth mindset, you will aim at working hard to improve the current situation. This is why having a growth mindset is so important to help you become more adaptable and allow you to succeed in personal and professional growth. The last step to improving your adaptability is setting goals for yourself. Identify your weaknesses and set a goal to work on them. Today, I just wanted to share with you some quick thoughts about adaptability because it's important for growth and it's important for success. I hope you got something out of this. Let me know. Let me hear from you. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. That's it. That's all I've got for this episode. Thank you for watching and listening. Listen, if you like the show, please rate it and leave a review in iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you're listening. If you're watching this on YouTube, like it and share it with somebody who you know will benefit from it. And don't forget to subscribe so that you can get the updated episodes when they get released. Thanks again for watching and listening. And remember, let's win in life. And to do that, you got to keep a growth state of mind. I'm L.A. Davis, and I'll catch you on the next episode.